live episode of this channel. My name is Kareen Mills. It rhymes with Bills. You know the one, the dollar bills. Guys, we have a really great topic of conversation tonight. It is addressing an 18-year-old inquiry, and I love doing this because it is as if I'm speaking to my children. I do have an 18-year-old here pretty soon in a couple of months. So I really, really like breaking this down for not only the parents out there that has little minor children so you can walk them through it because knowing this is going to help you communicate better financially with your children. The other thing that I really am excited about talking about this is immigrants to this country is just like you would an 18-year-old that's starting their life, starting their young adulthood in their life, even if you were born in this country. So I often put them in the same journey or level in their journey because when we migrate to America, we start obviously have to start our credit, we have to learn the financial system here. We have to do all the things that an 18-year-old would need to do in order for us to also start our life here. So number one angle that I love talking about this is because I have an 18-year-old soon in a couple of months, and I have another son. I have two sons. I have another son in 3 years, our youngest, that is also going to be 18. So, what great idea would it be for me right here, right now, since I am committing to all of you to talk a lot about financial stuff here in the Raw channel and record this so that whenever you have, even if you parent, teenagers or anybody, it's really great to have these tools or knowledge as a parent because you get to have that smart conversation with your teenagers or send them this video because they are going to have questions. Sometimes they're afraid to ask you as a parent. So I'm kind of addressing a double edged sword here. In fact, might be triple because immigrants are also just like you would your 18-year-old. 18 years old or immigrant, what are the chances I can get approved for two credit cards? Hi, my name is Kareen Mills. It rhymes with bills. You know the one, the dollar bills. By now, if you've been listening and watching with me in the last 26 days, it's Women's History Month, and I have committed to doing a live or video or pre recorded video and releasing it every day here on my YouTube channel. This is the 26th day of 30 days of we as in women empowerment. I am a financial educator empowering women to get rich and then give. So let's dive deep, you guys. It's a long ass question or inquiry. And you know me, when I'm breaking down a question or an inquiry, I go section per section per section so that we can really have an awesome conversation about this. And if you have additional information or you have other strategies that you're already employing in your own life, please share it in the comment section because this is not just a channel for me. In fact, this is more of a channel for you from me. Hello, all. I just turned 18 about a month ago, and I'm a senior in high school graduating in May. Due to my current schedule, I can actually get a part time job 6 days a week for 6 hours. I only need to go one time a week as of now. So I'm going to start working at a place where I'll be getting paid $1,250 bi weekly. I have zero credit cards as of now and no prior credit history. Perfect. We call this in the financial industry a virgin. A virgin in the financial world. This is awesome. They're awesome because they're a clean slate for us. There's not a lot of things to fix, repair, and restore. There's just a clean slate. We also call this, if you are an immigrant, it's been called, in my experience, a ghost in the credit world. I can't see you on paper, therefore, you're a ghost. That's how it was communicated to me back when I was in my first couple months in this country. Is whenever we applied for something, we were told that you're a ghost in the credit world. There's nothing to see. I can't see any history. You're just starting out. You have zero credit cards. It's just clean slate. So, again, a virgin or a ghost in the financial industry. My question is, I really like the Saver One card from Capital One because, at least for now and the foreseeable future, my main expense is food or groceries. So I was thinking of opening a bank account with them in person at a local branch and applying for the Saver One card as well. What do you think the odds are that they would approve me for that card with zero credit history? I'm not very well versed with Saver One. I think Saver One is a starter Capital One card. And he said that he's going to go open an account with them locally, which means he or she probably have a Capital One cafe. That's what they call their branches. There's not many of them, but they're bougie AF. If you ever have one in your neighborhood, I live in the Portland metro area and we have one in downtown Portland, and it's pretty awesome. It's like a hangout place. It's like a combination of iPhone store, Starbucks, and a bank inside a building. It's actually quite an awesome concept. I just think it might be too expensive of a concept for a business to run, because you know what business is, right? They have to generate profit, and the lower their expenses are, the better it is for the bottom line. So I'm looking on my phone. Capital One Saver One rewards from Capital One earns unlimited 3% cash back for dining, earn entertainment, popular streaming service, and at grocery stores. Zero annual fee. Okay, guy. This is not a Saver One is not a secured credit card. So here's what I do know about ghosts and the virgins of financial in the financial world. Zero credit cards, clean slate is that you must start somewhere. And the great place to start is getting you a secured credit card. What is a secured credit card? So to answer the third paragraph, you're most likely not going to get approved for a Capital One Saver card because it is an unsecured credit card. That's all I needed to know. When you're a virgin or a ghost in the credit world or the financial world where you have zero record, you are not going to get approved for any unsecured credit card unless you have had probably about 3 months of secured credit card, and then you move up to an unsecured credit card, but not in the regular channel way. Maybe you need to start with a Walmart credit card, a Target credit card first. This is how I did it. I had a JCPenney and a Macy's credit card. Do not get suckered into too many though, because even though they don't have an annual fee, most of those what we call co-branded credit cards or Amazon credit cards, those are co-branded with obviously the Amazon brand and a financial institution. So like a Target brand and another financial institution. Don't get too many. So that's my answer or my discussion when it comes to the third one. Let me go ahead and read the rest. The other choice I thought was nice was a Chase Freedom Unlimited card and doing the same at a Chase branch where I'd open an account in person and apply. As of now, I have a B of A account and a debit card. The third option I mildly considered was a Fidelity card because I've spent the last couple weeks since I turned 18 investing. And they also have a CMA. So I was thinking of, and CMA is a cash management account, you guys. It's actually a checking account, like a sweep account that has high interest in a checking. And he says, I was thinking of trying that out if the other two don't work. So I have a lot of things to say about this, but let me just finish. And I only spend about 50 a week anyway, so the chance of me overdrafting or being late on payment would be very low. So yeah, what do you think the chances of getting approved for those two cards would be? And based on the fact that my main expense is food or groceries, would there be any other card I should check out? Thanks. Okay. First of all, if you're just going to run inquiries upon inquiries to trying them out, I urge you as a 18-year-old or as a new migrant to this country like I used to be is not to do that. And because you already bank with B of A and you have a debit card or you probably have a little bit more established account over there, the big fours like B of A, Chase, Wells Fargo is where I actually got my first financial institution job was Wells Fargo or Chase or Citi. Those are the big four, biggest four banks in the nation. You already bank with a large financial institution that has a gamut of options. So go to your Wells Fargo banker and ask them if you could apply for a secured credit card. Here's what a secured credit card is like. It's secured by the money you give them. So usually they can issue you a credit card with a credit limit equivalent to how much money you park in a savings account. And while you have the secured credit card, that money is untouchable. For example, you give them $500 in exchange, so you can go up to 5,000 in exchange for issuing you a credit card. In the event that you default, at least there's a security blanket for them. So that is a security blanket for them because remember, you're a virgin in the credit world or the financial world, or you're a ghost. You have not shown any performance whatsoever. They cannot see what you look like in terms of your reliability, responsibility, and your history because there's zero. So that's your step number one. Step number two, give it about 3 to 6 months. And then you could start getting another inquiry and see if you can get most of the time, since you mentioned Capital One actually has some starters or starter unsecured credit card, but they're not going to give it to you unless you've had some form of history. And that's where your secured credit card must come first because it's going to give you a form of history. Okay. Make sure you pay your bill on time while you have that starter credit card, aka secured credit card. You pay or you ran it up to 30% or less, ideally 5%, but if you need more, up to 30%. The most optimized percentage utilization is 5%. 30% is minimum. 30% of your balance. For example, I said 500, right? So 30% of 500, I'm doing my calculator really quick. 30% of 500 is 150. So if you give them a deposit of 500, they turn around and issue you a secured credit card for the same amount equivalent to your deposit that you cannot touch until they graduate you into an unsecured. Technically, they will graduate you between 12 months to 18 months, as long as you're in good standing, into their unsecured credit card. The most ideal time that you will need to have under your belt is 12 months. And by then you could pretty much, get more like what you're saying here. get more credit cards. But please, 18-year-old people or immigrants, be careful. It is obviously, as you know, not free money. I say this from my heart. My first 2 years, I never had any guidance. As a new immigrant to this country, I was super pumped and excited to be here at 20 years old, to start getting credit cards, to run it up like there's no tomorrow. And by 22 years old, I owed $22,000 in credit card debts. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching, especially those new young adults that are just starting and the immigrants of this world. I hope that helped you tonight. For those of you that are teenagers or new to this world, the financial world, comment in the comment section below if you have additional questions. For those parents that parent teenagers or young adults, please share this video to them. Or if you're 18 or young adults, share this video to your friends. If you're a banker and you need a quick and easy thing to send your client that are new to the credit world or newer to the credit and financial world, please share this with them. Guys, my time is up tonight. I thank you for watching and viewing this live video. Watch the replay and share it as much as you want. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kareen Mills, for more training so you can get notified when I get on live training. And Raw is Rich Anonymous Women. I invite you to join where financial independence meet girl power. It is essentially your personal growth inside Raw is going to be supported by me. I have a weekly office hour from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's my global office hour, and any member of Raw can jump in there anytime they have question. Every Monday at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific Standard every single week. So look at all the resources below on the bottom of this video. All of my links are down there, and also my other social media. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow next time. Have a wonderful evening.